All right, guys, Traversal ENT in the building, back with another one. Guys, big news, massive news in the boxing community. Guys, this one involves Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury, and Alexander Usyk. Yeah, do not miss out on this news because it's exclusives. Yeah, check this out. If you haven't done so already, do the right thing, guys. Hit the like button on the video because you know I'm about to drop you lots of gems. Hit the like button, make sure you comment, and make sure you subscribe. Yeah, let's get moving. Now, the heavyweight division is getting juicy, guys. It's getting real juicy, guys, all right? Anthony Joshua, yeah? And I'm going to give you details, so pay attention. Anthony Joshua is open to stepping aside, yeah? Letting Fury fight Usyk. He's open to doing that for a big bag, all right? For a big bag. Now, that sounds quite confusing, and that can sound a bit misleading. So let me break down what that exactly means, yeah? Because AJ gives you the breakdown. So I'm going to break it down for you lot. Pay attention to the video, yeah? Hit the like once again if you ain't done so already. Real quick, it's right there on the corner. Subscribe too. Let's see the breakdown. How did Joshua break down how he's happy to take a big bag to step aside? Listen. Joshua highlighted what his priorities are as a fighter. He said he's a throwback guy. For him, the most important thing is respect, his legacy, his CV, and money. Yeah, big business decisions. He combines all of that, and that's how he makes his decisions. And that's how he's come to the conclusion that he's happy to potentially step aside for a big bag. But here's the breakdown. There's a little caveat to it, right? Do not miss the caveat. Listen to the caveat. Joshua's thought about the situation. He said to himself, does Alexander Usyk want to fight me? If it was up to him, does he want to fight me? The answer is no. Usyk doesn't want to fight Joshua next. Yeah, there's money in that fight for Usyk, but it's not the biggest fight for Usyk. Who is the biggest fight for Usyk? Tyson Fury, because he's got the last belt. Usyk needs to become undisputed. Yeah? Now, when I say undisputed, I mean undisputed with all the belts. Understand that, yeah? I don't mean undisputed in how he's currently is undisputed. I mean undisputed in all the belts, all right? Not unified. Undisputed with all the belts. So Usyk's main target is Fury. Joshua's thought about that. Then Joshua's thought about Fury. Who is Fury's main target? Is it Dillian White? No. Is it Anthony Joshua? No. Fury's main target is Usyk. Okay, so both guys want to fight each other, but Joshua stands in between all of that. So Joshua's saying, okay, I tell you what, I want to knock out Alexander Usyk and get my revenge against him and get the belts, and I want to fight Tyson Fury. But doing it that way, it's a long process, plus it means back to negotiations with Fury again, and you know how that goes. But there's a way around it. There's a shortcut in which I, Anthony Joshua, can get everything I want if I do it this way. I'm already contracted to fight Usyk, so he ain't going anywhere. He can't run away from me. I can delay it, but he's going to have to face me. So that's not a problem there. He is secured. I can present to Tyson Fury, listen, you want Usyk next? You need to sign a contract right now. Sign a contract saying that you are fighting me immediately after Usyk should you win the fight against Usyk. If Joshua gets Fury to sign a contract that he is fighting Anthony Joshua next, immediately after Usyk fight, should he beat Usyk, yeah, that's the caveat, that's the stipulation, that Fury must sign a contract approved by AJ's team that he will fight AJ next should he beat Usyk. And that's part one. Part B, Fury's team and Fury's camp, as well as Usyk's team, must come together with hefty bags, both sides, combine it and pay AJ to step aside. By doing that, Anthony Joshua will be satisfied with taking big bag step aside money, which makes perfect sense. Why? Because it means that Fury and Usyk are going to fight each other. Yeah? And I'm going to tell you lot this. Well, Fury and Usyk are going to fight each other, and the winner, the undisputed champion, is obligated to fight Anthony Joshua. So Joshua's going to get his shot against the undisputed guy. Joshua's going to get his bag fighting the undisputed guy. And he gets another bag to step aside and let them fight. Joshua's saying them kind of moves make sense. But here's the thing. Because you lot haven't considered this, yeah? Do you know right now, hypothetically speaking, if Anthony Joshua still had his belts, let's say Fury fights Usyk and Fury wins. Fury beats Usyk and he gets all the belts. Then Fury fights Joshua. Suppose Joshua beats Tyson Fury. Do you know who Joshua's going to fight immediately after? Joshua's immediately going to fight Usyk. Not because Usyk has the rights to demand the fight. No. Because the right to demand the fight was Joshua's. It wasn't Usyk's. But Joshua will seek out Usyk to right that wrong. Joshua doesn't want to live with the fact that he hasn't beaten Usyk. He wants to beat and knock out Alexander Usyk because he thinks he can. He thinks that was a pitfall that I just fell over, stumbled there. I'm going to correct that. So one way or another, Usyk is always going to get an Anthony Joshua shot. He's always going to get it because Joshua wants to right that wrong. And I respect Anthony Joshua for that. I respect AJ for that. Because regardless of what happens with AJ and belts and whatnot, he's going to right that wrong with Usyk. But I will say this as well about Anthony Joshua. If you listen to his interviews, his past ones, and his opinion on both fighters, Anthony Joshua believes that Tyson Fury beats Alexander Usyk. 100%. Joshua's in no doubt about that. You lot might be in doubt about that. Maybe Usyk fans are in doubt. Maybe you Fury fans are not sure. But Joshua does not believe that Usyk beats Fury. No, he does not. Also, Fury originally is the guy that Anthony Joshua wanted. AJ wants Fury over Usyk. I know that might come as a shock to a lot of you lot. I know it might. But the Usyk fight is not a legacy fight. That's the fight that he needs to correct because it was a mishap as far as AJ is concerned. Forget what you lot think. You lot might think something different. You might think Usyk's better, whatever. AJ doesn't see it like that. He sees it as a mishap. It's an error that needs to be corrected. But the Fury fight is a legacy fight for Anthony Joshua. Joshua's made no secret that he's always wanted the Fury fight. Do you think Eddie Hearn was busting himself and busting his behind to get that fight sorted because AJ didn't really want it? Of course he did. So yes, Anthony Joshua does prefer to fight. If you could have one fight in boxing left, I mean, it's a prideful thing, but he would prefer, ideally, to fight Fury than to fight Usyk. Which is why I told you that even if he should fight Fury and beat Fury, he will always go back and fight Usyk to correct that mistake anyway. So the way AJ's seeing it is, Usyk, I'm doing you a favor if I step aside letting you fight Fury because you're going to become undisputed before me. Fury, I'm doing you a favor because you're going to become undisputed before me. And I mean undisputed with all the belts. But you guys are going to pay me a fat bag, each of you lot. And Fury, you're going to write a contract that states you are going to categorically fight Anthony Joshua should you beat Usyk. Only because AJ believes Fury will do it. Oh, love the sport of boxing. You see the dynamics? Boxing is a crazy sport. But AJ stands to win big. He stands to win big. He is in a glorious position, guys. I've got to tell you that straight. He stands to get paid twice. Yeah, fat bag. And he stands to get a guarantee fight from Fury should Fury beat Usyk next. And if Fury loses to Alexander Usyk, guess what? Usyk is under obligation to fight Anthony Joshua anyway. It is a beauty, guys. It is a beauty. That's why I said this is exclusive. This is big, big news. Eddie Hearn is going to be licking his chopsticks. Licking his chopsticks when he comes to hear of all of this. Yeah? Now, AJ was asked if his team was approached by anyone about step-aside money. At the time when he was asked that the first time, because he was asked that about twice in his interview, when he was asked the first time, he said, people know better than to come and ask me about that BS. He said, people know better than to come and approach me with that BS. But then later on, when he was pressed on it, he said, maybe his team have, they've approached a team, people have approached his team about step aside, but his team has not yet presented that to Joshua. They know better than to present that to me right now. I'm too hot right now. I still got a chip on my shoulder right now. They don't need to be coming to me with all of this right now. However, he did say, I am a businessman still, and if it makes sense and there's legacy in there, I'll have to take it. I'll have to consider it. And you know what? Anthony Joshua, you're a very smart person. I've got to give you a round of applause, AJ. Because boxers be dumb as anything. But AJ, you are a smart man. You definitely took a page or a leaf out of Floyd's book, a page out of his book when it comes to business. AJ, smart man. And shout out to the AP he was rocking. That AP was, jeez, the drip on that AP. Listen, that's my favorite watch. I got an AP Classic Oak, yeah? Royal Oak Classic, yeah? But that AP that AJ's got, whoo! Damn. I feel embarrassed pulling out my AP next to that AP right there. Yeah? Shout out AJ. Big up Anthony Joshua. Excellent, excellent dynamic with this trio situation that's developed there with AJ, Usyk, Fury. I can't wait to see what comes out of this year. I can't wait. But I know one thing for sure and two things for certain. AJ's going to come out of this a winner, however you see it. This guy's going to get paid. Yeah? Traversal ENT, make sure you like, subscribe. I'll be back with some more. Peace out.